Hi ladies, welcome back to my channel. Okay, so in today's video, I want to talk all about my boob job. Now, I've had 3 children and I've always wanted a boob job. I just was always like an A or like a double A, very small. And then when I breastfed my babies, I'd go up to like a double D or a D, and then they would go back down again. And it was just something that I always wanted. And I'm making this video because getting a boob job is not going to solve all your problems, and I'm going to go into all the reasons why, because I did lots and lots of research beforehand, and I realised when reading a lot of these things, I was like, oh my god, she was so right. So, number one, depression. I have always been flat-chested, and it has made me so not depressed, but just like low about my body image. And, my husband always said to me, I don't mind what size you are, I love you for you. But it was for me, I just wanted boobs. Like, I never had boobs unless I was breastfeeding my babies. So after I had my second baby, I decided to get a breast augmentation. I had 355cc and 400cc because I needed to even up a little bit. This one was always a little bit smaller, and that was the other issue as well. I could never get a bra to fit. It would always be like 32A, but then like this side would be a little bit gappy, and I just really hated it. Like, I turned to the sides and there wouldn't be like this fullness that you can see now. I also wanted to be able to look nice in outfits, and after I had my second baby, my stomach would be like out further than like my boobs, so I just felt like a pear. It was that's the only way I can describe it. I just felt like a pear. Really, really flat-chested, and for some people, like, that's fine, like, that's what they love. But for me personally, I really, really wanted to have boobs, and I thought, before reading what I know now, I thought that this would be the route to all of my depression, and I'd be like, you know what, I'm gonna get these boobs, I'm gonna be like the happiest person in the world. And that's not how it works at all. So basically, if you have issues, I'm not saying I've got any of these, but if you have issues with your husband or partner, you will still have those issues, just with bigger boobs. If you have problems with your car, and it's unreliable all the time, there will still be those issues, but you will have those issues with big boobs. Your job, you hating your job and you dislike your co-workers, you're also going to have that issue, but just you will have bigger boobs. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I'm trying to say? So it's not the root to all of your issues, because sometimes people think like, oh, I'm just going to get new boobs and everything's going to be good and I'm going to be so happy, and this is going down to the other thing. I've got like a whole little list here. So basically, happiness, I thought as well that like I'd look in the mirror every day and be like, I'm the happiest person in the world. I've got big boobs now. I'm really happy with my body figure. But you will decide, or suddenly realise, actually, I don't like my stomach as well, or I don't like my arms, or I don't like my nose. And the problem with plastic surgery is it can get very addictive. And once you've sorted out one bit of your body, you're like, oh, actually, my stomach, or oh, I don't really like my arms, or oh, my lips, or so it's it can get a little bit of a dangerous kind of cycle if you're not careful and if you don't have a supporting partner that like stops you and reins you back and is like, no, you don't need to do all this work, then it can become a bit of an issue. So another thing that I wanted to talk about is your expectation. Now, I am ridiculously happy with my breast augmentation. He listened exactly to what I wanted. I went for Motiva implants, which are the style that when you lay on your back like this, they are rounded, and then when you sit up like this, I'll show you, they have like quite a natural curve going down. You see what I mean? This is a push-up bra as well, but they do have a natural curve and slope going down. This is exactly what I wanted. I didn't want to have big Katie Price boobs. I'm still a mum. I've still got to do stuff. I've still got to play football and like run around after the kids. I didn't want to have like these like double G, I don't even know if that's a size, boobs, and not be able to do anything or like hold a baby, or do you know what I mean? And I did go on to actually breastfeed Olivia, which was my third baby. So I wanted under the muscle, and I will quickly show the scars in a minute. But all in all, the expectation versus reality, you've got to be in your head like, okay, I'm going to have scars. That's fine. They may not look 100% of what I want. You can give your surgeon as much information as what you want, you know, the size, but ultimately he will go or she will go with what fits your body. So you can, when I said to them, this is what I would like, I'd probably like to go for either like a big C, small D. Matt was like, you won't be happy with that, just go for the biggest size. And I was like, well, I don't know. And then when he gave me the options, he gave me it all in cc, so it'd be like I think it was 300cc, 325 or 355 for this side, and then going up to the other side. And I went for the top tier one. And actually, I think they look pretty good. I'll just stand up so you can see my waist. I think they look pretty good with my body type, and I'm really, really pleased with them. But when you come out of surgery, you may think, oh, actually, not 100% what I wanted. So that you've got to kind of psych yourself up for that and make sure that you're not going into it thinking these are going to be perfect, I'm going to wake up and it's going to be amazing, because there may be, you know, some discretion. So the next thing I wanted to talk about is eye contact. Now, I have never had anyone look at my chest like this. I have never had anyone speak to my chest rather than my eyes, because I'd never had boobs. Like, I was so flat chested, I used to wear like hoodies up to here, and well, I still do, but I can now wear outfits that make me feel really, really attractive and really sexy and like plungy, like plungy cleavage that I'd never been able to do before. This is going to go on to my next point in a minute. And I could never wear stuff like that because it didn't look right. So when I eventually could wear stuff that looked good, I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. And then I'd see guys go like that and then look back up at me and I'd be like, okay, this is my new life. Or girls go, you know, whatever. But yeah, that's just something I wasn't expecting as such. But yeah. So my last final point is negative comments. Now, like I was saying before, I was always flat chested. I was very self-conscious of my chest. I'd look at other people and be like, oh my God, look at how big your boobs are. They look lush. And I always kind of hoped that after I had children, they'd kind of just stay, but they didn't. They just went back down. But I was quite grateful and lucky that I could just get the implants put in. I didn't have to have like a lollipop lift or anything. So in that respect, I'm very grateful, because they didn't kind of like go like empty socks. They just kind of, they were still pert, but they just went back to being small. And they were also not the same size, like I said, and I couldn't fit in a bra very nicely either. So I found that as soon as I started wearing, really, like, I wouldn't even dream of wearing these outfits, and now suddenly I can wear them and I'm like really proud to show off my body, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm so happy with my body. I can finally, you know, not in like a, ooh, look at me, I'm so sexy, because I don't think like that at all. It's just for me, I just wanted to be like, wow, inside I feel nice now. I feel happy and confident, and that's all I care about. I don't want to get I had a comment that was like, oh, but you get loads of guys like looking at you and like buying you drinks and it's not, I'm an independent woman and I don't need no man. Okay, I am married to my husband, obviously, but I like to be an independent person. I like to earn my own money, and I wouldn't say I'm a bit of a feminist, but at the same time, all my life, because I'm like, I don't know, like blonde and apparently stupid and whatever, I've always been kind of spoken down to a little bit. I remember once someone was like, oh, you just like sit pretty in the corner. You just be over there and look pretty. And it's like, actually, I'm quite intelligent. And back then I was just like, oh, just kind of laughed it off. But now I'm like, no, damn it. Like, I will stick up for myself. I've had people before, like when I've lifted up a big 20 kilo bag of chick crumb or Layers pellets, and they're like, oh, you're very strong. Like, made some like fucking comment. And it's like, I don't like that. Like, I am independent. I can do it myself. I, you know, trying to say things without saying things, but it's like people in, you know, like Halfords or something would be like, oh, and do you need help fitting that? And I'm just like, no, I'm fine. Like, I can do it myself. And they're like, oh, really? And it's just like, oh, you know what? I was just like, had enough. But yeah, so you may get comments like that. So that's just another thing to be aware of. But all in all, you know, all of those negatives, obviously I wanted to put it out there that it's not, you know, it's not going to be a fix all problem when you get a boob job. Now, I got my boob job for me, only me. Matt didn't even want me to get it. It was for me. I saved up the money and I went to London and I got it done, and I'm very, very happy. So I'm going to show you the scars now. If you guys don't like scars, you can click off this video, that's fine. But they're very silvery. They're not red or angry or anything like that, unlike my ankle, which is such a pain at the moment. Right, so I will show you this side first. So as you can see, or not see, really, really silvery kind of scar. And then this side as well. This side's a little bit more puckered just because I am right-handed. So they say to you, do not like lift up your arms like this. So you have to do like dinosaur arms. But there has been occasions where I've like gone to like push a door or something. And as you do this, it pulls the muscle and the skin and everything. So you've got to be extra, extra careful. I think this one took just slightly longer to heal. But after about 2.5 weeks, I was kind of back to doing a lot of things. I was back to work and all things like that. So I do hope that this video helped. If anyone is thinking about getting a breast augmentation, please leave me questions down below if you have any questions or queries or things like that. I do have a playlist if you wanted to go and have a little look at, I've done some frequently asked questions. I think it's the one where I'm like sat in a jacuzzi in my back garden. So yeah, I did some questions on that, and I did an actual footage of my surgery, and it literally looks like he's stuffing a turkey. It's like they make a tiny little incision and then they're like thumbing in this massive implant, and it's like, oh my god. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Subscribe to me for free, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye ladies.